Hi everyone, welcome back to Financial Futures, your go-to place for clear, reliable updates on financial programs, legislation, and tips to secure your financial future. Today, we're covering two important topics that could impact millions of Americans. First, we'll look at the SSI Restoration Act, a piece of legislation that promises life-changing reforms for supplemental security income beneficiaries. Then, we'll dive into former President Donald Trump's new initiative, the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, an announcement that has stirred up discussions nationwide. If you or someone you care about relies on supplemental security income, this question might be on your mind daily. And rightly so. The SSI Restoration Act could change lives, bringing long overdue reforms to a program millions of Americans depend on. Let's break down what this legislation could mean, its current status, and why it hasn't crossed the finish line yet. First, let's get a quick overview of the SSI Restoration Act. This proposed legislation aims to make essential updates to the Supplemental Security Income Program, which hasn't seen significant reforms in decades. Here are the highlights. Increase monthly benefits. Raise benefits to at least 100% of the federal poverty level. For 2024, that's $1,255 per month for individuals. This could mean an increase of over $300 per month for many beneficiaries, a life-changing amount for people struggling to make ends meet. Eliminate the marriage penalty. Currently, SSI penalizes married couples by providing only 150% of the individual benefit, which is less than two people would receive separately. Removing this outdated penalty would ensure fair treatment for married beneficiaries. Raise asset limits. Right now, individuals can have only $2,000 in savings, $3,000 for couples, without losing benefits. The Act proposes raising these limits to $10,000 for individuals and $20,000 for couples, allowing people to save for emergencies without jeopardizing their income. Adjust income exclusions. The Act would increase the amount of income SSI recipients can earn or receive as gifts without impacting their benefits. This would make it easier for people to work part-time or receive family support without penalties. Now, the big question: why hasn't this passed yet? Unfortunately, despite its potential to lift 8 million people out of poverty, including seniors and people with disabilities, the SSI Restoration Act is still stuck in legislative limbo. Lawmakers have yet to prioritize it, and like many good pieces of legislation, it faces challenges in gaining bipartisan support. One major sticking point is cost. Estimates suggest implementing the reforms would require $10–20 billion annually, a small fraction of the federal budget, but still a hurdle in a divided Congress. However, many advocates argue that the long-term benefits, both economic and social, far outweigh the costs. Think about it: lifting millions out of poverty, reducing reliance on emergency services, and increasing economic participation. It's a win-win. So, what's next? While the Act hasn't passed yet, the fight isn't over. Advocacy groups continue to push for its inclusion in broader legislative packages, and there's growing public support for reforms to SSI. If you want to make a difference, consider reaching out to your representatives to express your support for these changes. In the meantime, stay informed and prepared. If and when this legislation moves forward, I'll be here to bring you the latest updates and explain what it means for your benefits. Next, we're diving into an intriguing announcement that has captured the attention of Americans across the political spectrum. Former President Donald Trump has unveiled his plan to create the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, with none other than Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy at the helm. This initiative aims to streamline government spending and cut through the bureaucracy. But what does this actually mean? Let's unpack the details together. In a post on Truth Social, Trump outlined the primary objectives of DOGE. The mission? Cut wasteful spending, reduce excess regulations, and restructure federal agencies. Essentially, this new department is designed to offer advice and recommendations to the federal government without being an official government entity. This raises a common question: can Trump even create this department? The answer is yes, because DOGE isn't part of the federal government. It operates independently and doesn't require congressional approval or Senate confirmation. As Senator Blumenthal put it, DOGE is more of a think tank than a formal government body. But that doesn't mean it won't have influence. This isn't the first time we've seen something like this. Back in the 1990s, President Bill Clinton launched the National Performance Review, led by Al Gore. That initiative identified inefficiencies and even led to the elimination of some government waste. Support for such measures has often transcended party lines, as fiscal responsibility is a goal most Americans agree on. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy have ambitious goals for DOGE, including cutting up to $2 trillion in government expenses. While this might sound impressive, achieving it is another story. To put things in perspective, the federal government's discretionary budget is $1.7 trillion. Even with DOGE's recommendations, achieving these cuts would require tackling mandatory spending like Social Security and Medicare, which seems unlikely. So, how much impact can DOGE realistically have? While it might not cut trillions, it could help identify areas of waste, fraud, and inefficiency. For example, targeting Medicare fraud, reducing contributions to international organizations, and cutting unnecessary subsidies could save billions. Even incremental progress in these areas would be a win for taxpayers. DOGE is also calling on the public to get involved. They're looking for high IQ revolutionaries willing to work tirelessly to cut costs, though it's worth noting this work is unpaid. The department has promised transparency, so Americans can see exactly how their money is being saved or wasted. My take? Whether it's a Democrat like Clinton or a Republican like Trump, any initiative to cut waste and improve efficiency deserves a fair chance. DOGE might not revolutionize government spending overnight, but it could be a step in the right direction. The question is, will these recommendations be adopted by Congress, or will they remain just that, recommendations? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think DOGE can make a real impact, or is it just political theater? Drop your comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Financial Futures for more insights on how government policies impact your wallet. Until next time, take care. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everyone.